Yo, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there? We're gonna be live in like 5, 10 minutes. You know how I do. Let everybody get a little chance to, what I'm saying, get in here and everything, and then we get to it. You dig? Gotta roll up, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. We're gonna be live in like 5, 10 minutes. You know how I do. Let everybody get a little chance to, what I'm saying, get in here and everything. Right. I got another one of these to get up on. Shit. Okay. Boom. Here, there, boom, there. We ready. Now we ain't ready. Oh man. I hope y'all's New Year was cool, safe. That was a message. Thinking I should stuff one. So I think. What up, cuz?
What's going on? My bad.
No, you good. You right on time. We got 5 minutes before I start. I'm just rolling up, getting everybody a little chance to pull up. We live right now and stuff, but I'm just giving everybody. So your mic hot. Just letting you know.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Chilling, chilling. We just ain't in view sight yet.
Hope everybody had a happy new year.
Man, right? That's what I said too, man.
Happy new year. Happy new calendar year. What's that? Give me that. Hold on. Hold on.
See your stuff. Stuff and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Just getting ready. I'm pulling up. You know I'm on that effing tonight. I'm gonna take one shot with y'all. I gotta. I can't do hella sipping because I got surgery on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Big prayers.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, cuz.
Big prayers to the doctors, nurses in the room that's going to be operating on you.
Man,
They in their right mind and focused and get what they do and wake you up.
you feel me, cuz?
Yep. Period.
That's all I want to do is wake up.
Don't do what they don't. Don't do what you're not supposed to do. Do what you're
Hmm.
supposed to do, and everything will be smooth.
Right, that's why I said this my last little pack of blunts. I got the what's the name all tomorrow. Ain't no tobacco, no nothing. I got some hemp wraps, Tobacco,
Yeah.
drinking. I don't drink any. I don't drink a lot anyway, so I already told them like on that date I'm good. I
Right.
don't be doing all this shit. They wasn't tripping on no weed or nothing. I did let them know. I said, hey, I get down. I get down.
Okay. Effing,
They
that's
get
vodka,
good.
right? I think I tried that.
Yeah, it's vodka.
That's I kept trying to figure out where I heard it from, and it was you the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that effing go hard.
Yeah.
It's not an arm and a leg, and it's a good drink. Like it's a good vodka. They got all kind of flavors too. It's just like Ciroc. It's just like Ciroc is, but not as expensive.
You said they got all different flavors.
Yeah, they got different kind of flavors and everything. It's just like Ciroc, but not as expensive.
Mm.
They got right now. I got raspberry. This is
I ain't
yeah.
know
This is
the
raspberry
flavor.
effing. They got sour apple. They got the regular clear. They got a couple different flavors. Blood
Oh, so I
orange.
linked up with these guys.
Hmm.
But I don't know. You know them, Kurt?
Who?
Oh, it's Ayo Blood guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I linked up with them.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit was dope. That shit was fire. I went to that little showcase.
Okay. So I know who Dre Day is, and you should know. How'd you link up with them?
At that, I went to that showcase. I was seeing something about it,
Hmm.
and I went. Shoot.
Okay. So Kurt is your cousin.
See, I knew I seen something where you had said, "Hey, cuz." Okay.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm.
Where you had called him. So okay, then we got to link up and find out. Okay, so I need to find out what who family side he on.
And he our side. What you
I
talking
know
about?
that saying though, who family he
That's
like.
uh cousin Karen.
Yes.
That's her nephew. Like it's her like great nephew or something. That's her nephew's son. Like that's more. Then we got family that don't be around a lot.
Knock it out.
We got a couple people. We got a couple family that don't be around a lot, and it's like they pops and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's yeah. That's Lou Carey is our cousin. You
get
know
out.
you know Lou Carey, right? Our cousin, right?
Nope.
Okay, well that's his mom. But let me see. You gonna have to just come to. You gotta come start showing up to the stuff, cuz
Right, that's what
to
I
more
said.
stuff. Yeah, you gotta start coming to more stuff. But yeah, that's our family. Kurt is our fam, and Dre Day is somebody that I used to do stuff with a long time ago. I used to record at his shit when he was in Akron U, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Dre Day. So I don't know. We'll talk about that off air and shit. You know what I mean? But it ain't nothing. Ain't no crazy shit or nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. But, I stay to myself though, man, cause I ain't gonna hold you. But a lot of what we was talking about was last week. That's who we was talking about. Then the people that we was talking about. What me and Drib,
About what?
what me and Drib was talking about. I'll fill you in later. I'll fill you in later.
Yeah, because I wasn't listening. I was. Is that when I was dozing off?
I don't know, maybe. That's
Yeah, because I think I was dozing off.
all good. Anyway, man, let's go on and get this show on the road.
You hear my monsters in the background.
Already.
That's why that to the people that been wondering. That's why I ain't been around for real. My kids,
Hmm.
kids are priority. Got to make sure they straight and everything. But they, on a routine. But they, kind of got wilded out over the holiday break.
Oh, that's they all do. They all do. It ain't no that's to be expected, man. But it's calm down time now. It's time to. We might be starting school. We might not. That's a great way to get into this. But yo, what's going on with y'all, man? Welcome to the Talking Shit Show. Y'all know what it is. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope y'all got everything. Hope everything was safe for y'all. I hope y'all had a good time wherever y'all partied or kicked it, and hope y'all drank responsibly and all that jazz. Um, we gonna we're gonna kick this episode off like me and Cuz was just talking about these kids in school.
Hey,
Um,
hey, hey. Talking
and
about the teacher strike.
yeah, buddy.
Teacher
So
said.
let's go on and check this out, y'all.
Is to strike. Akron Public Schools and the Akron Education Association have 10 days to come to an agreement before Akron teachers walk off the job. Emma Henderson explains how we got here.
Rather than supporting them, we're being asked as educators to accept more and more violent language, violent assaults, violent behaviors from our students, and we have had enough.
Violence and lack of protection are two of the main reasons Akron Public Schools was put on a 10-day strike
You can
notice
still hear
today,
it and stuff, Cuz.
according to President of the Akron Education Association,
Yeah.
Matt Shipes. At this point, teachers have been working under a contract that expired
Yeah,
June
my
30th
monitor's
of
still down,
2022.
so
Akron Public Schools
second
respects
one, I
and
mean.
values its teachers and the work they do for children every day.
Oh,
We know that if we keep negotiating, we can reach an agreement in the best interests of Akron educators, students, parents, and our community. That's part of a comment from the district's director of communications. Shipe says the district refuses to answer simple questions the union has asked, and they're growing more concerned.
We have had loaded weapons on a regular basis. We have had stabbings in our school. We have violent fights breaking out almost on a daily basis in our school. We have teacher assaults occurring.
Now the union has laid it out on the table: 10 days to negotiate or we strike. APS is prepared to stay at the table day in and day out to resolve this situation and keep children learning. We hope the Akron Education Association shares this commitment with us. That's part of a comment from the district's director of communications. Shipe says the last thing they want is a strike because no one wins in that scenario, but believes it's the only option the AE.
Is to strike.
Did that just stop in there? That is crazy.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
That is ridiculous. Like I don't blame them teachers either. I really don't because one, you got middle schoolers trying to show up to school with guns for what? For
Mhm.
what? You're 12.
Yeah, that's it's sad to me.
And how did your parents, auntie, whoever, how did your guardian not know this? Like it go back to starting in the home. Where is you at to where your parents don't know what you got on you? Who is you hanging with? To where your guardian don't know that you packing.
Right. My thing is how you see just like the what's the name just like the the white guy in Michigan. His parents was the ones that was helping him get the guns. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's different for us here in our neck of the woods. Like not you know not too many like in our society in our community in the black community. You're not finna just ask your mom to buy you a gun. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna do
Hell
that. Like,
no.
but they is and they shooting up schools. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But we ain't even talking about that. With that, these is black kids bringing their guns to
and
school.
I know. So that just lets you know that this kind of shit goes on in the streets. They getting these shits from their friends. They getting these shits from you know grimy ass niggas that's selling it to kids out
And
here,
they parents
gun
not
shows, all
monitoring
this
them.
shit. Pretty much. I mean, because
Exactly.
and honestly, and I'm gonna just be honest with you, the older they get, the more they cost. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really just say, oh, their parents not monitoring them per se. It's the whole tone of the society. Like their parents have to be at work a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it might not be a choice of, oh, I can't just sit up underneath my kid all day or have my kid sit up underneath me all day because I gotta work. You know what I'm saying? So like I do know that things go astray. I can't just pinpoint it on. You can't just pinpoint it and just say, me personally, you can't just pinpoint it and say, hey, it's parents ain't doing their job. Now, in a lot of cases, yeah, there are a lot of people whose parents' jobs ain't got no kids ain't they ain't got no job. They out here running the streets. It is that in some cases, but in some cases, that's not that's not all cases. Like sometimes there are good kids who are spoiled by the bunch because by the bad bunch because their parents aren't able to be there because they're trying to provide a better life. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's kind of like a slap in the face too, honestly, to the parents that that the kids is doing. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like that.
As a working parent, because you gotta find balance with where you able to work your job and still monitor your kids. It's a balance because you chose to have kids, and you know what I'm saying. Like you can't be with them 24/7.
Okay,
But
so
while they in the home, you monitor them. You check their shit. That you not paying no bills in here. I give you a privacy when I feel you deserve some privacy. But if you in my house, you know what I'm saying, leading a double life, at some point a parent gotta pick up. My mama and daddy was a hard working parent and they was all up in my business. So I
no, I mean
I,
I definitely get it, but
I get it.
there are people who do monitor their kids, but just as a kid is not, we're talking about kids. They're not going to do what you tell them to do, and that's just period. Like they
And
seem
they
to
know
and
better. So
the older they get, they seem to need to bump their head to learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you can tell them to you blue in the face. Hey, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't hang around with him. Don't hang around with him. Next thing you know, you come in the house. Oh man, Johnny got shot. Well, what did I tell
you
you?
need to see it
Don't
in
have
black
what
and white where
right
it say you're not allowed to
exactly.
pop your kid because
Exactly, because they see what a lot of kids. Let's not just. We can't. I'm not trying to be biased and but we can't negate the fact that kids are influential, and this culture has a major. Our culture has a major influence on them. And right now, the culture is slime, slide. I'm a snake. I'm doing this. We don't give a shit. We'll kill you. We'll murder
that's why
you.
we
You ain't
said
nothing.
we don't
Like you know what I'm saying?
shit.
And it takes a whole. That's why
We
the
gotta
saying
that's why I said I
is that
don't blame her.
it takes a whole village because even if I'm not seeing my kids, if I'm not like this is what I mean by it takes a whole. This is an example of the it takes a village.
I agree.
If I'm a good hardworking parent and your child is slipping through the cracks and your child is my child's friend, then I'm supposed to step in as my child's friend's parent and offer some kind of guidance to that child. Like, hey, listen, you can't come over here as long as you doing this, doing that, doing this. You can't be around my kid. When you fix your situation and you stop doing this, doing that, because I don't want mine to be down this path, and I don't want you to go there too. And y'all can come over and y'all can kick it, y'all can chill. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of gotta. Sometimes you kind of gotta do that. And as like our society, we don't do that. Like we really don't do that. You know what I'm saying for our kids and where we used to, we gotten away from it. I should say. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to, especially. I think we started
And
separating
that's
around
why
the
we
time
gotta
we
get
came.
back to it.
Most definitely.
Period. Because I know I do it. Shoot, but I can't be the only one doing it. That's for sure. Somebody else got to do. Because I would want somebody to do that. If somebody see my little 8-year old walking around with a belly shirt on, I would hope they send her little raggedy tail right back home.
Right.
Cause who you thought you was?
Right.
I don't blame them teachers. Shoot.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
while
think
y'all
it's
on
time for some.
strike,
I think it's
they need
time
to
for something
go
to happen.
at least start knocking on some doors or something. Like they call the like I don't know. Do they at some point like I don't even know because you know that they don't tell the whole story. Obviously, like what happened? Did they did the child go to jail? Did some type of disciplinary action happen? Like you can't. At some point,
What
you
you
got
mean as far as why they're going on strike?
no, because like it started with it started with that one story. Sorry for my kids in the background. But it started with the one incident when the little seventh grader had brought the gun to school, and then it was the metal detectors. That happened in where Firestone. Um, I think I don't know if I heard about anybody bringing no gun to book though, but I heard about people bringing knives to book though, and the fights breaking out at book though. But the
It was a
guns,
stabbing. It was a stabbing. I think.
yeah, and fights breaking out at basketball games. So it's just like a series of events like that. It's just constant, constant, constant. Are they even like as the teachers in school? They got to be reaching out to the parents. And what's the parents' response? Is anybody interviewing the parents? Like, are they refusing to interview? Like, cause I'm concerned. That's concerning. Like, when is the last time teachers went on strike, if ever?
Well, oh yeah, they've been on strike a lot of times. They've been on strike before. But it's mainly, it's never been about security. It's always been about the pay. You see what I'm saying? When they've been on strike and
Right,
unfair
right,
wages, it's never.
okay.
This is different because it's about security. Because this is a scary one because it's about security.
This they put in
And like the lady said, they gotta. My bad. Like the lady said, they gotta. They're being told that they have to accept more every year. More disrespect, more, what I'm saying, unruliness, more
right. And
insubordinate.
that they shouldn't have to,
They
because
shouldn't have to.
not only not only am I sitting here with a bunch of different kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much more that come with being with somebody's kids. You have to build rapport, different types of relationships. You got to understand them like they all in one setting for so many hours. Like that's a lot of anxiety that can come with that. And then you telling me that I have to tolerate their disrespect. No, no. That's where I would draw the line too. Shoot. I don't even want no class clowns. If you feel like you want to be funny, then you see how these hobos is. Look at them and think if it's funny. You sitting out here in these streets.
Facts. I tell them like that. I tell mine all that all the time. But I'm gonna slide into the. I hope the Akron get everything together. I hope they let these kids go back to school because they got 2 more days before they gotta go back to school now. Y'all better get it together because I ain't looking forward to having mine still at the crib with me next week. You did.
Mm.
So y'all need to get y'all shit together, man. Well, shit, we gonna move on because I know O Chips. They got shout out to O Chips. They are Ohio based and they have a lot of stories. But there's one that I wanted to hit and I wanted to get to right now. I hope they'll let me see.
Y'all need to go to bed.
Okay, so they're not gonna let me see it. Uh, what it is that here in Akron. Matter of fact, do me a favor, cuz, and send me. Here, let's do this. Cause I know how to send. I know how to send. But and I want y'all to see this, man, because I want y'all to see how Akron police do. Uh, they shoved snow in dude's face during arrest. They shoved snow in his face. Um, they they had his knee on his neck. I'm getting ready to play it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it to I'm
This
getting
was
it
in
right
Akron.
now.
This was recently.
Yeah, this was recently.
Mm. Mm. Oh no, why am I not hearing about that? Why am I just not hearing about that?
Well, I believe it just happened not too long ago.
Well, it ain't no snow on the ground now, so it had to be recently.
Right, right. So let me do what I'm about to do. So
Hey,
I can
also,
get
hold
on
on,
here.
cuz.
Yeah, do
Hold
your
on.
thing while we're taking this break. I'm gonna set this up. Sorry, y'all. But production is taking the night off. Plus I'm down the screen, so y'all just bear with me. All right. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna wait till Cuz come back. Y'all can check this out. We gonna check this out, but this Akron police stuff is getting out of hand, man. And I know what this is. This is backlash from issue 10. Because we did pass it. We will be policing police around here. We got to go ahead to police the police. They got to make some things. They got to get some things in order and
Mm.
get some kind of system about it and see what they're gonna do to do it. But all this, I already know is direct backlash. Any fool can see that. It's direct backlash from this type of
They
stuff.
gonna get the backlash, right? Backlash.
Watch how they handle my guy.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me, bro. Kill me. I never breathe.
Look, see him scoop the snow, shoving snow in his mouth.
Which way you want me to go?
They need it bad.
Yes, sir. I can't breathe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will. Yes. Yes, sir.
And he ain't got no shirt
Yes,
on.
sir.
There's one. Nope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't breathe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen.
I can't breathe, sir.
Listen.
Yes, sir. I apologize, sir. I really can't breathe. I apologize. Please, sir. I really can't breathe.
It's over.
I apologize,
Okay,
sir.
we're gonna roll you. Okay.
Can you please just tell me? I won't stand up.
That's fine.
I won't do nothing.
We're gonna roll you.
Wow. Yes, sir.
Sit up. Put your knees on your chest. Now stand up. There. Okay.
So this is not new. This is something they have a word for it, but
2021.
huh?
It say 2021.
Right. This is the body cam. This is what this is. That's why I just got to saying it's not new. But what happened
Hey.
is, if I'm not mistaken, they filed a lawsuit because this is coming out. So they've just filed a lawsuit about it. So that's why it's coming back. So I don't want people to say that it's like I don't want people thinking it just happened just now. But this was last year. But I'm gonna read this here by the statement by O Chips. A Copley man on Monday sued Akron Police Department. So this was this Monday that they just did this. A Copley man on Monday sued Akron Police Department and accused them of stuffing snow in his mouth and covering his airways while kneeling on him. Charles Hicks shouted that he couldn't breathe during his February 7th, 2021 arrest caught on body camera video that showed an officer kneeling on his upper back near his neck. Hicks and his attorney, Eddie Siplin, filed the lawsuit in federal court in Akron against the city and several police officers, including John Turnier. The lawsuit accused Terneri of shoving snow in Hicks' face. The case is assigned to U.S. District Judge Sarah Leo in Akron. So that's the man you
Shout out
see
to Eddie
shoving.
Simpleton.
That's the guy you can see shoving the snow in his face right on that clip.
Shout out to the attorney. Black man.
Eddie
Gonna get the job done.
I'm sleep. Yeah, so is he black? You know Eddie Siplin?
Yeah, I met him. I don't know him, but I did meet him, and he usually get the job done from what I seen.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm glad they're getting some justice. This is what they call. Well, I honestly, now let me retract my statement. Well, actually, no. February. Okay, this was before issue 10 passed. So this is
Right, this is a year
before,
ago.
right. This is before issue 10 passed. So I believe that this is what they call, what I was trying to get at, the technical term of when the police arrest you. They have all up and down the Bible Belt, down south, and all kind of stuff like that. They have this thing where they treat you bad while they arrest you. They'll stop on the brakes real bad in the car, make you sling yourself all over the place, like they did with the other guy a couple episodes, actually a lot of episodes back. We covered where the police was taking a guy in, and they had him in like the paddy wagon, and you know the paddy wagon don't have no seats, it's all metal.
Right.
So they had him on that bench, and they went through some lights, and they slamming on the brakes, and they did it so much to where the dude slid and he broke his neck. And they thought that he was playing. They were roughhousing him, dragging him out the thing, and dude couldn't move. He was literally paralyzed from the neck down. And like, this is just stuff that they do. This is how they get, basically, you know how you get handcuffed, you get subdued, and you kick somebody while they down or whatever like that. Somebody come in and sneak a punch. This is what all they doing. They coming in, they sneaking punches. This is what they do. This is it.
Bullies.
Yeah. If they don't like you, you talk to them a certain kind of way. You got some kind of smarts about yourself. This is how they handle it. Like, and this is you know, it's trash. So, like you said, shouts out to Eddie Simpleton.
Yeah, simple. I think it's simpleton or simplet. It's
Simpleton.
you on the.
Yeah, I read it. It's Simpleton. I hope they didn't make no mistakes, but it's Simpleton. It's
Yeah,
Simpleton.
simpleton.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Man. That's crazy.
Man,
But,
dude's still alive.
yeah. He's still alive.
At least they didn't kill him. I say that because that could
Facts.
have definitely ended in a killing, and it
Facts.
probably would have been. Well, I wasn't even out here at that time. That's probably why I didn't hear about it because I was gone that last year around this time.
So, you know, that's just sad, man. So,
Yeah, it's unnecessary. That's what it is. Unnecessary. Y'all don't do y'all job right when it come to murder shit, but then y'all want to overdo your job when it come to simple shit. Unnecessary.
most definitely.
A misuse of authority.
Oh yeah. Off top. They've been doing that though. That ain't nothing new. We just, you know, shouts out to that young man. I hope he gonna get, like you said, I hope Eddie get the job done for it. He get his nice little payout. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that just is what it is, man. So going back to a couple, we're gonna just update. So
Pew 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 pew
yeah,
pew.
right. So you know they got a suspect, and we all know they got a suspect in the Idaho murders. I know y'all remember, if y'all watched the show a couple shows back, we covered it when it first happened. Like 4 or 5 teens were found dead in the Idaho apartment in college town. They was just found dead. So they have got the suspect, and now this is kind of like an update. We're gonna see today or yesterday or whatever was maybe his first day in court. So let's go ahead and roll this footage.
Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania courthouse, a major development in a case that has gripped the nation for nearly 2 months. The alleged killer behind the grisly murders of 4 University of Idaho students agreeing to be voluntarily extradited to Idaho. 28-year-old Brian Koberger charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary in the deaths of 21-year-old roommates Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonzalez, 20-year-old Xana Coronado, and Xana's boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, on November 13th. Kaylee's father, Steve Gonzalez, telling Good Morning America today,
It definitely provided relief for our family. I mean, it's like seeing sunlight after you've been stuck in a house for a month.
It's my sincere hope that this marks a clear step in the right direction of effectuating justice for those folks.
This day in court is what the families and friends of the quadruple murder have been wanting since November 13th. The morning their loved ones were discovered brutally stabbed to death in their off-campus home at the University of Idaho. But law enforcement not making it public as to who did it and why, leaving the community in terror with a killer on the loose. After 19,000 tips and hundreds of interviews, finally, a suspect arrested at his parents' home in a gated community in Monroe County, Pennsylvania.
The FBI sat on the house for several days before a tactical team made up of Pennsylvania State Police troopers and FBI agents finally moved in at about 2 o'clock in the morning Friday to make the arrest.
Our Philadelphia station WPVI talking to a neighbor who saw the arrest but didn't want to be identified.
They had it in handcuffs and they took him out. We really did not saw his face. We did so when the team took him out and put him in the car. That was very scary.
In June, Kohberger completed his master's degree in criminal justice at DeSales University in Pennsylvania, seen here at his commencement ceremony. Back in May, someone using the same name posted on Reddit looking to recruit volunteers for a research project aimed at understanding how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. The suspect has been studying for his PhD in criminology at Washington State University. He had worked as a teacher's assistant there until the end of last semester. Police searching his apartment just over the state border in Pullman, a 15-minute drive from the crime scene in Moscow, Idaho. Recent students of his speaking out, one saying his appearance changed around the time of the murders.
He looked a little bit more disheveled. He had like some stubble coming on. His hair was a little, messed up or whatever. I remember seeing him and thinking like, oh man, finals must be really getting to him.
At the end of the semester, Kohberger was driving 2,500 miles from Washington to Pennsylvania with his father in his white Elantra. Indiana State Police confirming they pulled Kohberger over twice in their state on December 15th for traffic violations, seen here in this newly released body camera footage. They say they didn't know at the time he might be a suspect. This all began back on November 12th, a Saturday night in college, as friends headed out to local bars and parties. Kaylee Gonzalez and Maddie Mogan, newly 21, went to the popular campus bar, the Corner Club, around 10 p.m.
It was just a party setting, so everyone was just socializing with each other. With Kaylee, she seems like her usual bubbly self, so nothing suspicious.
Investigators say the two young women left the Corner Club around 1:30 a.m. By 1:40, 10 minutes later, Kaylee and Madison were seen laughing, taking pictures as they ordered from a food truck in downtown Moscow.
I could just tell just by her body language that she was definitely feeling pretty good, and I wish I could have been there and given them a hug.
At 1:56 a.m., the pair arrived home, getting a ride from what Steve described as a sorority-designated driver service. According to authorities, their roommate, Xana Kernodle, and her boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, were at a fraternity party earlier that same night, but also returned to that off-campus home by 1:45 a.m. Hours later, all four were dead. Their other two roommates were already home, allegedly asleep on the lower floor of the house, left unharmed.
I hope people understand how all these kids that were a part of this were doing everything right, and they were going to be the type of people that you wanted to be your neighbor.
Authorities maintain the murders likely happened between 3 and 4 a.m., and that all 6 people were likely asleep at the time of the attack. Their bodies not discovered for another 8 hours.
Some had defensive wounds. Each had been stabbed multiple times.
Earlier this month, investigators announced they had zeroed in on a white Hyundai Elantra, which was seen on video in the immediate area of the victim's house when the crimes occurred.
They were able to track the suspect through his vehicle, this Hyundai Elantra. This investigation took police from rural Idaho all the way to the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania.
This as new details emerge about how law enforcement tracked Koberger down. Sources telling ABC News they used public genealogy databases like those used to catch the Golden State Killer.
We can reverse engineer anyone's identity based on who they share DNA with. The vast majority of those cases are cold cases.
Cece Moore is a genetic genealogist who pioneered the techniques used in investigative genealogy and says she has worked with law enforcement to solve more than 250 criminal cases.
When you perpetrate this type of incredibly violent crime, it's virtually impossible not to leave your DNA behind. It appears they did have his DNA to work with. That would first have gone to the crime lab. There was no match. So at that point is when they would have taken that DNA evidence and sent it out for investigative genetic genealogy analysis.
This method of using public DNA databases to help solve crimes is not without controversy. Critics say it violates users' privacy.
Customers of these sites in the past have complained, particularly after the Golden State Killer case gained so much prominence, about, well, wait a minute, you're using my DNA to look for killers. I didn't sign up for that.
Koberger's lawyer says his client maintains his innocence, claiming he was in Pullman, Washington on the night of the murders.
He's currently charged with first-degree murder. However, Idaho has the death penalty. And so it will not surprise me if the district attorney supersedes the charges and maybe charges him with capital murder, which could make him eligible for the death penalty.
Right.
Law enforcement still tight-lipped on a possible motive. Koberger is expected to be extradited to Idaho in the coming days.
Hi everyone, Joe Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel.
I said it's all a spiritual war, man.
I mean, I guess you could say that.
How mentally wrong with that man?
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't, because I still haven't heard enough. They're not giving no meat and potatoes. It's basically they got a guy and they tracked him with the car, they tracked him by the car, and that's it. Like, we don't know, like, I need to know the motive. I need to know this, okay, cause this is my thing. The whole time I'm sitting here listening, I'm listening I want to hear why he did it. I want to hear how he did it, other than he just got stabbed. I mean, the specifics as far as how he got in the house, why was he there, that we still haven't talked about. Why was he over there? All they said was his apartment was 15 minutes away on the border. Why was he over there? Was he stalking this girl? Like, who was the main target? Like, was he... See, this is what's so crazy. Now, the way that they're hiding information now seems that this might not be the only people that he killed. Because they said that he was studying some shit for a master's degree to see how criminals, to see the pathological studies or whatever effects of the criminals that committing crimes or whatever, yada yada, booty blada.
Another Jeffrey Dahmer type motherfucker, almost.
Thank you. Let's not forget, the world was just taken surprise by just taken by storm, and they crazy ass, goofy ass, you know what I'm saying, other people fell in love with this dude, and it's sick and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing to be glorifying. I don't think that this is over with him. I think that if they really do got something on him, for the feds to sit on your house for 2 days before they act like they finna come and get you, they got something on you. Like, they're making sure they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's on your ass. That's just kind of how I feel about that shit, for them to sit on you like that. You know? Like, it's something bigger. Something more. Like, if this was random, why them? Like there's so many variables, cuz that they not saying and telling us. It's not enough for me. I ain't gonna hold
It's gonna come out eventually.
It definitely will, and we will be right here to cover it, y'all. Y'all definitely can bet on that. Now on to next news. Some new news. I don't know what's going on here, but I do know that they found the co-owner of Dave and Buster's dead by suicide. I believe this morning or yesterday. Oh, you haven't been the same ever Oh, damn. I didn't know the other one had passed.
Yeah.
Damn, and now he just himself. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Rest in peace, Buster.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Rest in peace, Dave.
Rest in peace to both of them, man. We're gonna have to definitely patronize them one time for the one time.
Yeah, we fuck with David Buster's.
Yeah, already off top, man. But other than that, man, I don't know what else going on, cuz we got a little bit more time, man. We running up on the hours, kind of a perfect timing, but I was kind of perfect tonight. But what else we got cracking, man? Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Investigators narrowed in the search. Let's see if they teach us anything different about this, or tell us anything different.
In our national lead, the suspect in the University of Idaho student killings is scheduled to be in court tomorrow in Pennsylvania, where he is expected to not fight efforts to bring him back to Idaho to face 4 murder charges. Today, CNN's Gene Cassar spoke with the public defender assigned to the case in Monroe County, Pennsylvania.
Huh?
She said 10.
Who police say killed 4 college students, then weeks later drove cross-country, tracked by police, will go back to Idaho to face charges.
Detectives arrested 28-year-old.
Who said 10? Don't be blaming that on me now.
Ethan Chapin, Zaina Kernoodle, Madison Logan, and Kaylee Gonzalez.
Look, you can't read. If you can't read, just say that.
In this Moscow, Idaho home.
This was a very complex and extensive case.
DNA was recovered at the crime scene. A source with knowledge of the investigation tells CNN the suspect was identified through genetic genealogy, a process where DNA from an investigation is compared to a public database, potentially leading to a family
what we just watched
of the
then,
suspect.
cuz the same shit.
Koberger's lawyer
all
says
they
his father flew to Washington State to bring him to Northeast Pennsylvania for the holidays.
His father let me catch you up, Drew, before we watch this. So basically, we just got finished checking out. They got the dude who did the Idaho murder. Remember, like I know you remember that from a couple episodes ago when it first happened or whatever. We covered that, them Idaho murders. So they got the dude. He just went to court, and now they talking about how they found him. But there's some things that I was just saying that we was just talking about. They're not telling us. They're not telling us why he did it. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving no motive. But they have answers. They're not sharing that shit. They don't. This nigga was some kind of dude studying for his master's degree in criminology or some shit, and was literally studying on what makes criminals. What's the psychological connection between criminals and when they committing crimes and all that kind of shit. And this nigga does this shit. That's why I'm saying this is some weird shit going on. It's a lot of stuff that they don't tell you. All they tell you is that they got him and then he went to court and then how they got him. But there's certain things that they leaving out. Because I believe that these aren't the only people that he killed.
Right.
I think
they motherfuckers always be having multiple bodies. They be serial killers for real.
So All right, let's get back to this. Let you check this out.
He been getting away with
They
it for a
drove
while.
his white
That's how
Hyundai
I feel.
Elantra. A car matching that description was in the immediate area of the killings, police said. CNN confirmed they stopped at a repair shop in Pennsylvania where some work was done on the vehicle.
I believe he arrived somewhere around the 17th of December.
Jason Labar, the chief public defender from Monroe County, Pennsylvania, is representing Kohberger until he is extradited. A law enforcement source says the FBI watched him for 4 days before he was arrested.
The FBI, local police, Idaho state troopers were at their house at approximately 3 a.m. knocking on the door and announcing themselves to enter.
Kohberger graduated in May from DeSales University in Pennsylvania with a master's in criminal justice and was pursuing a doctorate at Washington State University, only about 7 miles away from the University of Idaho. He has to appreciate the seriousness of what is happening right now.
Oh, absolutely. He is very intelligent. In my hour conversation with him, that comes off. I can tell that. And he understands where we are right now.
While in college at DeSales, Kohberger asked ex-cons to participate in a study. This study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense, with emphasis on your thoughts and feelings throughout your experience, he wrote on an online message board.
This person that had been, kind of grading my papers was, allegedly this horrible murderer.
Kohberger was working as a teaching assistant in Washington, and one student claims his demeanor and his strict grading changed after the murders.
He started grading everybody just 100s, and now obviously he seems like he was probably pretty preoccupied.
For victims' families, this arrest is a step toward closure and a chance to see Kohberger in court.
It's a little bit of hope. Things are moving in the right direction. There was a lot of time of not knowing. We're going to definitely look this guy and look him in his eyes. He's going to have to deal with this.
Assistant teacher.
And the extradition proceeding will take place right here in northeastern Pennsylvania tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And after that, the authorities will get him back to Idaho, where we very shortly thereafter will have his initial appearance to face those 4 felony counts of first-degree murder. And the chief public defender here in northeastern Pennsylvania did tell me that he does believe in Idaho, which has the death penalty, that this quite possibly could be a capital case. Jake?
All right, Gene Casares in Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Former Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis joins us now. Commissioner Davis, sources tell CNN that authorities used a public DNA database to find potential matches between DNA found at the murder scene and then the potential family members, and that led to the suspect.
They know more than they put
Hypothetically, how would that work? Has that happened before?
Hi, Jake. Yes, it has, and it's being used more and more often. But you have to remember that this is not a definitive test. That will give you sometimes a number of suspects, dozens, maybe hundreds, that you have to start to filter through. And what you're looking for after you get that initial list is people who have some proximity to the crime or some motivation. If his name popped and he was in the area, he drove an Elantra, those are obviously indicators that would have the FBI concentrating on him.
Get to the facts.
And then
Tell
in the
me
past,
what the
when
fuck
we've run
y'all
into
found,
situations
why,
like this,
how many
we would
times he
attempt
did
to
it.
get
Is he
a direct
prone to
sample
have
of
done
DNA
more?
from
Like,
the suspect.
like, get to the
those
fucking
surveillance
fact.
teams
All
may have
this
been
other
doing
shit
more than just
is
watching
fuck.
him.
Okay,
They may
y'all
have been
found him by
looking
his car,
for
no
discarded
shit.
water
We know
bottles
that.
or other things that would
You
produce
know what I'm saying?
a sample that
He
they
left
could
some
check
DNA
to
there,
be
no shit. We know that.
certain that it was in fact him.
And not every one of these genetic databases shares information willingly with law enforcement. I use Ancestry.com. I don't think they willingly share with law enforcement. Others do. How does that work?
I do too, and I think I think that information is accurate. It all depends on the system that you're putting your DNA into, whether or not they tell you that they're going to share it, and whether you sign a release for it. And in some cases, when you look at that release, it might not tell you directly, and then you're exposing your not only yourself but your family to a review by public authorities.
We learned over the weekend that the suspect and his father drove across the country after the killings, supposedly in this Hyundai Elantra that was possibly seen at the site of the crime scene. What would you want to ask his father if you had an opportunity to?
Well, I would certainly want to ask if there were any indications that he was feeling stressed or disoriented or not paying attention to things. All of those would be indicators. He may have confessed. Sometimes people in this situation, when they feel safe with a loved one, will start to talk about it. I'm not saying that happened in this particular case, but those are things that they're going to ask the father. And also, was there anything in the car that may be helpful? Trace evidence is a huge issue in a case like this. So anything that was out of the ordinary would be of great interest to the investigators.
What if you could triple your construction sales in the next?
That's nuts, man. So. That's where we at with that, cuz I just have a good feeling they know more and he done more.
Yeah, they always do.
That's a badass house too. Yeah, yep. You ain't lying, cuz. Look at the way that house shaped. That's a badass house, man.
Yeah, that's it is hard.
That balcony, that upper balcony, you know that's a bedroom up there.
That's his crib.
I believe this is the house he was hiding in, and
his parents.
I think this was his parents' house. Yeah, this ain't the one from the murders. Cause that looked different. It's like a little apartment-looking thing.
Fuck that house.
Not cry, but yeah, cause we ain't did nothing. We covered Akron Public Schools and how they getting ready to strike. Cause your badass nephews and nieces and stuff bringing guns and shit to school and knives and stabbing each other up at Bookta.
I knew it was something up with that shit because them motherfuckers go back Friday. Now, why would you wait the whole week to go back one day? Why y'all just ain't go back? They thought that shit was gonna be in effect by Friday, and it ain't.
Well, the deadline is tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's Thursday for them to actually do something or agree to something.
I knew it was something.
Me too. I told man, I'm telling you, man, that's the first thing we talked about is why would you go back on a Friday and then you don't go to school on Saturday and Sunday? Like it makes no sense. They usually would go back on Tuesday, Wednesday, or you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Remember when they did? It was off for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep. You say back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they strike. That's what I was telling cuz they struck, but they've been on strike before a lot of times, but it's usually over. It's never been over safety. It's always been over money and what they was getting paid and unfair working conditions and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they never been over their safety. Now it's literally over the teacher's safety. Like they scared as shit. And the lady was saying that the one teacher was saying that she is forced, her and all her other teachers is forced to take more disrespect, more insubordination, and all that shit on a day-to-day basis. They're asked to accept more. You know what I mean? And nothing is being done about the shit. Kids cuss. I can hear him now, bro. Cussing the bro. Man, I can hear him now. Cussing the damn teachers out. Cussing the
fuck you.
out.
You ain't my mom.
Yeah, you can't do shit to me, bitch. Bitch, I woo on gang, bitch. You know that's what they in there saying. On gang, and then they doing this to the teacher. Ain't that what those kids be doing? Ain't that what the kids be doing? You ain't see me drip?
No, I see.
This is what the kids be doing. They doing that.
Yeah, wiping they sleep everywhere.
Yeah, they out there doing that shit to the teachers and shit.
Roscoe.
Slime, and get on game.
Roscoe.
Hey, you know they out there cutting up, man. I can.
Miss Johnson, you a bitch ass op.
Right, you a bitch ass op.
I ain't not even there.
Hey, you know
Ain't
that's
gonna do
what they
nothing but
doing.
get suspended for 3 days. I'll be right back.
Yup, I'll be right back. On game.
Okay, I'll phone them.
Yeah, on phone.
Yep, on phone
On
now.
phone now. Yeah, on phone
Johnson,
now.
you on phone now.
Jocking a whole style they ain't got no, they don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
They don't even know who phone them is.
Right.
You you a op on phone them grave.
Right. On
Oh, phone them
yeah, that's the nigga.
great.
That's the whole sentence right
Oh, my
there.
mama, you the op.
On phone them grave, you the op. You stupid. Nigga
On
said,
my OG, you a op on phone them grave.
nigga said,
On
Miss
my
Johnson, you a
granny.
bitch ass op.
On my granny. I can't stand you, bitch.
Hey man, that shit funny as hell, dog. Hey, just for that, hold on. I gotta
They got
find something.
boss.
I gotta find something. Hold on.
On my granny, I had them shoes last year, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why?
Nah, Miss
I think
Johnson,
AJ
you
had it in here.
maybe.
Oh yeah, she was using it. Yeah, she been using it. Why, you want to use it or something? Go ahead. That's fine. Let's see. Let's see, man. Just for that. Just for that, man. I gotta roll this shit, y'all.
People. It's a derogatory racial remark that has
Just for that, I gotta
through
roll
many
it,
years.
y'all.
And a Jefferson County high school teacher has now received the longest suspension on record for calling a
Then a
student
nigga
the
listen.
N-word. WHAS 11's defender
Pete,
Renee
can
Murphy
y'all hear it?
investigates what happened and why
This
in this
kid
story
nigga
you'll only
follow
see
this
on 11.
Yeah.
Valley Traditional High School
Yes.
is in the middle of a racial controversy right now. A teacher used the N-word towards a student. The word is only 6 letters long, but the impact is far-reaching. And we do want to warn you that some of the language in this story is strong, and it may offend you, it may offend some other people. But since the story is not just about the N-word, it's also about the teacher's intent and definition of the word, we have decided to leave it in the story for you to decide.
Cry.
And what did he say specifically to you?
Sit down, nigga.
Keyshawn Chambers
So
is a
getting back.
high school, a Boy Scout, a football player, a member of the ROTC, an honor roll
Sit down,
student.
nigga.
He was hanging around his teacher's classroom door in December. The teacher
Well,
told him to sit down, and the teacher
That's
said
Riley.
that Keyshawn used the N-word first.
And I just kind of was stunned a second. Well, then get away from the door, nigga. And I repeated the same insult because that's sort of what I've been trained to do.
The school district says that is not what they trained English teacher Paul
It's
Dawson
not
to do.
what they
He
trained
tried to say I
him to do.
said it, and I didn't say it, and no one else in the class knows that I said it because I didn't.
Documents from the school investigation show that several of the students interviewed from Valley did not hear Keyshawn say the N-word first. Dawson says that students use the slang version of the N-word at Valley High School all the time. He says Nigger is a racial slur, but says that students use Nigga as often as they'd say dude or hey man. And Dawson says as much as he does not like the word, he still used the slang version to feel more comfortable with black students.
Why is this word used so frequently? I just don't understand it. I'm trying to understand it. I need help.
Just the
Yes,
other day,
I used
he
it.
asked,
I've used it.
and just the other day at lunchtime, he said, "Nigga, can I borrow a fry?" And my first thought was, Daddy said the word, but nigga, is you gonna give it back?
Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
What kind of example are you setting for your
Can you let the nigga a pencil?
Use a word that you don't want to use.
Upon reflection, that's not good.
Dawson was suspended for 10 days without pay from January 9th to January 23rd, and he has to go to diversity training. He says that he's learned from this experience and hopes that others think twice before using the N-word.
I will never say any form of nigga. I'm cured of that.
Dawson says that he is sorry for the way things were handled, but Keyshawn says that he is not looking for any apologies.
Apologizing is going to change the fact that it happened and he's not been punished.
They putting it on thick, ain't they?
Not having his job anymore.
Them niggas, he full of shit.
He wants there to be a
He know he say that shit every day.
in Jefferson County Public Schools against people using the N-word right now. When it is brought up, it's dealt with on a case-by-case basis with the district. And we should mention that Keyshawn is still in Paul Dawson's classroom. Dawson has been with the district for 20 years, and Keyshawn is still in that classroom because Dawson is an honors English teacher. There are very few honors English classes, so he is still with him.
Well, now he was suspended for a while, but is he back teaching?
He is back teaching now, and he still does have his job. But this is not the first time that Paul Dawson has been suspended from Jefferson County Public Schools. Coming up at 5:30, we'll tell you what happened before. We'll tell you about his plan to appeal the suspension and why the district says that he should keep his job.
Man, I had to play that, man. I had to play that. Huh?
You got a Boondocks one now.
All right, since we at the end, I'll do it because they're gonna flag me for that one. This how cold the Boondocks was. This look at the glasses, nigga. This how cold the Boondocks was, man. And niggas didn't even know.
It's a derogatory racial remark that has divided people for many years.
And a J. Edgar Hoover elementary teacher has now been suspended over calling a student the N-word. Stacey Renee investigates what happened and why.
And what did he say specifically to you?
He said, "Sit down, nigga."
Riley Freeman is a third-grade student at J. Edgar Hoover Elementary School. He's a basketball player, an avid reader, and one day hopes to spread his philosophy through rap music. He was in class when he had a verbal exchange with his teacher, Joe Petto. But Mr. Petto said it was Riley who used the N-word first.
So I told him to take his seat, and here comes this barrage of insults. I mean, some of the words I've never even heard before, and I was just stunned. And I said, well, sit down, nigga. I just repeated the insult back to him because that's what I've been trained to do.
That is not what he's been trained to do.
School Superintendent Donald Richards says all teachers are taught to use appropriate hyphenated euphemisms instead of racial slurs.
We have a very strict policy against teachers using the N-word or any other racially insensitive words. The district's policy is that teachers should always say N-word instead of the actual N-word, or S-word instead of saying the actual S-word.
What is the S-word?
Well, I don't want to say it, but...
Spick?
No. Spear chucker.
Spear chucker?
Yes. See, we would encourage our teachers to say S-word instead of spear chucker.
And how often do you have a problem with faculty saying spear chucker to students?
We don't. That's what I'm saying. They would say S-word.
But
look how the black lady drawing too, though.
N-word first.
He said I used the word before, but I didn't. I wouldn't use that word ever. That word hurts people.
Mr. Petto claims the version of nigger, ending in gur, is the racial slur, but that he was using a different version of the word ending in ga that means the same as buddy or best pal. He insists that he was using the friendly version of the N-word to better relate
they got
to
that shit on point, don't
I
they?
used the word. I admit it. I thought there was a difference between nigger and nigga. I thought I don't. I need help. Whenever I hear the rappers, they say nigga. It's in all the music. Look. Rap songs that use the word nigga in a positive way. There's tons of them. Look, real nigga roll call. Niggas bleed. Jigga my nigga. Niggas for life. Real niggas don't die. Shame on a nigga. Suck a nigga. Ain't no nigga.
The school is investigating the incident, but in the meantime, Mr. Petto has been put on unpaid leave.
I just couldn't believe it because nobody ever called me a nigga before.
And how did it make you feel?
Like I was less than a person.
What I don't understand is that if it's so offensive to them, then why do they say it over and over again?
So Riley said the N-word before you did that morning.
He says it every morning. He calls me nigga. He calls the other kids nigga. He calls himself nigga all the time. Nigga this, nigga that. Nigga please. Bitch nigga. Have you lost your mind? Nigga, check that hoe. Nigga, you bullshitting. Break yourself, nigga. He says it so much I don't even notice it anymore. Last week in lunch, Riley says to a classmate, "Can a nigga borrow a French fry?" And my first thought wasn't, oh my God, he said the word, the N-word. It was, now how is a nigga gonna borrow a fry? Nigga, is you gonna give it back? I'm telling you, my inside voice didn't talk like that before he got in my class.
Now, this deal includes damages to the Freemans, plus a generous donation to the Reverend Good Love Jambalaya of Justice League.
And this is shit they don't show you from the back, in the back end.
That shit was funny. He said, my first thought was it. He said,
Here, look at this. This nigga must be crazy.
How is you going?
hey, chill. That nigga said, my first thought wasn't he said nigga. First thought was, nigga, he gonna borrow French fry. Nigga, is you gonna give it back?
Right? I'm telling you, man. That
You
shit
gonna give it back,
hilarious.
little nigga.
That shit crazy, man. But shit, y'all know what it is, man. We had to leave y'all off with on a little light note, man. A little comedy for y'all, man. Cause you know, this shit been crazy, man. But like we said, man, we hope y'all had a happy new year and everything, man. Hope y'all was safe. You know, y'all enjoyed responsibly. Cuz, what you got, man?
Shit, chilling. I ain't got too much of nothing. You know, same old shit.
Already.
Yeah. Gallimorphy about to be out here in probably a week or so, though.
Okay, bet. Y'all follow Drib on all the social medias, man, so y'all get that info. When it's gonna be dropping, y'all can listen to it live. Be the first. Miss Goody too. What you got going on there, man? The kids they sweep now. I hear them. They sweep.
No, they not. They not sleep.
I'm about to say I don't hear them no more.
I got some. I actually got some cool stuff coming up. I still got my little photo shoot coming up, but I got some shit coming up that I ain't talking about yet. Y'all just gonna have to wait and see. Once I get the shit popping, shit gonna be locking. Pop, locking, and drop it. Period.
Most definitely.
So y'all just keep supporting me, follow me, so y'all can stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing out some funny content on social media, try to get my comedy up, get my views up and whatnot. Y'all just be on the lookout for your girl.
All right, shout them handles out so they know where to find
Miss Goody Two Shoes, Ms. MZ Goody, GOODY, the number 2 shoes. Period. Well, don't put period at the end. Just
Lemon Pepper Steppers. Miss Goody Two Shoes. You said don't put the
name of love. Step in the name of love.
Already, man. I ain't got too much going on, but I'm like, cuz, man, you already know in my own lane coming to you. It's coming this year sometime. I ain't got an exact date on that shit yet. Also, this episode has been brought to you by Elbow Grease. So we now working on our first little sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? I'll be having some stuff for y'all, for all of y'all. I'll be dropping off to y'all. Um, some stuff. Just let me know what y'all need. I'll give you a list of everything that's on on the menu. You know what I mean? Got the hand sanitizer, the beard balm, the man, we got the beard stick, lip balm, it's a whole bunch of stuff, man. So
Period.
yeah, so y'all will be getting some of that, man. I'll be dropping that stuff off to y'all. And we just gonna work it like that, man.
I always knew I was a real nigga.
I'm sleep. It's nigga.
My beard, you know what I'm saying? Get that elbow grease in there.
I'm sleep, nah, man. You know we got some stuff for the females, man. We got some stuff for y'all too. We got some lotions and lip balms and stuff for y'all, so don't worry about it.
Give me some edge control or something. Give me
I got you. We got
some hair
shit.
growth. I need some hair oil.
Most definitely. We got some shit called edges and ends and edges that we got for you. And another thing, Stizzle said, "What up, Drip?" He said, "We're glad to see you back."
Yeah, good looking.
He hit me up. He texted me, man, the other day. He said it was glad to see you back, man. And everybody been loving everything so far, man. We just gonna keep it going, keep it pushing, man. And we thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? As always, much love. Go hug, go tell somebody you love them. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they love you back.
Share a smile. Y'all like, share, support, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know.
Most
keep
definitely.
it. Talk word of mouth is the best advertisement.
Always. And that algorithm. Hashtag talking shit.
Talking shit, baby. That's what we do.
Alright, y'all. Y'all be cool. Like how y'all be cool, man. Peace. Oh, man. That shit crazy, man.
All right, cuz now go to her Facebook so you can pull it up on the big screen. Where she?